Very good evening to our sports fans. You're welcome to Midweek Sports. My name is Sopriye Godwin Jaja. We just want highlights of the Premier League match played yesterday between Fulham and Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest losing the match by 3-1. And, well, they're candidates for relegation now. When you look at the fact that they were docked 4 points by the Premier League board, and that loss to Fulham further dampened their chances of surviving in the Premier League. But it's not yet done. We'll see what happens if the miracle can happen. We'll see what happens if Nottingham can survive the Premier League. All right, ahead of Friday's Olympic qualifiers between the Bafana and the Super Falcons of Nigeria. It's a crucial qualifier. Nigeria will host the first leg in Abuja on Friday. I had an interview with Radio Energy in South Africa about the preparations of Super Falcons ahead of the match between Bafana of South Africa. Take a listen to the interview.
But if you've been following international women's football, you know that a clash between the Super Falcons of Nigeria and Bayana is just no ordinary match. It is always a huge, epic fight, and even a friendly match, just a friendly by name. But once the two teams step onto the field of play, the word friendly does not exist. The pitch always suffers the most when these two African powerhouses clash. On Friday, they meet in the first leg of the final round of the 2024 Paris Olympic African qualifier at the Mushuda Biola National Stadium in Abuja. The winner will then join Japan, Brazil, and Spain in Group C in the Paris Olympics later this year. So it's a huge game. And Bayana last qualified for the Olympics 8 years ago, missed out on the last Olympics, which was Tokyo 2021. But we off to Nigeria, and we now touch base with Jaja Soperinye, head of RSTV Sports, that's the River State Television in Port Harcourt. Jaja, good to have you on the show. Good evening to you, and welcome to Energy FM and Choice FM.
Yes, sorry for the disconnection. I'm sorry.
Good evening to you, and welcome.
Yes, good evening from Port Harcourt, Nigeria, home of Rivers Angels, 7-time most successful club in Nigeria when it comes to women's football. Rivers Angels.
No doubt about that. We are three slips away from the big day, the 2024 Paris Olympic qualifier match between the Super Falcons and Bayana is the first leg of the final African qualifier. How big is this match in Nigeria, if you may paint a picture?
Well, in some section of the media, this match has been dubbed as the battle between the Amapianos versus Afrobeat. I mean, Amapiano is a very popular brand of South African music, and Afrobeat is also a very popular brand of Nigerian music. So some section of the media has actually tagged this one as a battle of the Amapianos versus Afrobeat.
Oh, wow. And how has been the media coverage of this game? Here in South Africa, every media house is reporting about it. How has it been in that other part of the continent?
Yes, it is. It's a big match. The last time Nigeria went to the Olympics was in 2008, and that's almost 16 years ago. And so when I heard you say South Africa last went to the Olympic 2008, I laugh at you because the last time the Nigeria went to the Olympics was 2008. That's 16 years ago. So it's a big match. The media watch. There's a lot of ties between Nigeria and South Africa coming up from the AFCON to the World Cup qualifiers, and now we have this one. So there's a lot of connection between Nigeria and South Africa. So it's a big match. The media is talking about it.
What are the expectations from the football-loving public in that part of the continent?
Well, the expectation Nigeria has to go to the Olympics, given our performance at the last World Cup in Australia and New Zealand, and the World Drum. You know, the former coach, the current coach, he left his position after the World Cup in Australia, and he's back in the Super Falcons team. So there's a lot of expectations. He wants to go to Paris. He wants to make history for himself. So I think Nigeria, they're really eager, and we want to. I think we think that we can. It's a do or die battle for Nigeria. It's a do or die battle.
The last time I checked, Jaja, only 14 players that reported for the Super Falcons camp. Are there any updates around that? I know Captain Rashidat Ajibade, Tochuku,
Yes.
Jumeke Alani were the first to arrive yesterday. The likes of Asisat Oshwala
Yes.
are yet to arrive unless they did when we went on air.
Asisha, actually, we're expecting her to arrive today. So I think she's supposed to arrive today. Not just that, and then Asisha, we're expecting Asisha to arrive today. Monday, James, who plays for in Portugal, also we're expecting her to arrive today. So I think by today we should have a full house, hopefully.
And what should we read into the arrival of the respective teams? Bayana reported for camp very early last week and landed quite early on Sunday in Nigeria. What can we read into that?
I can read seriousness. I can read do or die. I can see that South Africa, this very early, she wants to go to Olympics. I think she's beat. She wants to get it. So 1 week preparation is scary. It's very scary because it tells you that South Africa, they're not joking. Bayana, they're not joking. They understand the intensity of this match. So it's scary. I think it's very good for them because the climates are quite different. Pretoria and Abuja is quite different. Abuja is high altitude. It's a bit sunny. So I think the South Africans, it's good for them to acclimatize, to get to understand the weather. The weather is going to play a very big role. So I think it's good for South Africa. And it tells us how serious you guys are. I really appreciate. I just hope that the Nigerian Football Federation, they're monitoring how serious the SAFA guys are taking this match. It's impressive. 1 week, and I mean, I understand that the South Africans arrived in Nigeria on Sunday. That's very impressive.
Defender Ashley Plumtree has been ruled out of this game owing to an injury and has been replaced by Jumoke Alani. How much of a blow is her absence going to be in the center of the Super Falcons defense?
Planta brings in a lot of attacking options. She's a defender, but she brings in a lot of attacking options. It's going to be a big loss for Nigeria, but I think we have a formidable replacement. So that's what I can say. Nigeria is very confident. Ashley is a very good player. She had a very good World Cup at Australia. She's quite new to Nigerian setup, but she's adapted very, very quickly to how Nigeria is. You know, Nigeria is not short of talent, you know, but it is going to be a huge miss. I cannot. That's if I say we're not missing her, I'll be telling you a lie. But I think Nigeria is more than capable of getting business done. Without Ashley Plumter.
Jaja, is there any player or players from Bayana that the Super Falcons should be wary of?
Yes, number one is Katlana. I mean, everybody knows Katlana. Everybody in this continent knows about Katlana. And the goalkeeper is also very good. Kalin Kristen Swart. She's very good. She's very solid. I understand she's with Sundown. So I think she's Katlana and the goalkeeper, Kalin Kristen Swart. Very impressive.
And when you look at the Super Falcons road to the qualifying to this stage of the competition, how would you describe it?
Hello?
I'm saying...
You said? Come again? Can you come again?
How would you describe the Super Falcons journey to this stage of the competition?
I think it's been more torturous because we had to play Cameroon, a very good side, even though they were not at the last World Cup. We had to play Cameroon and then another side. So I think when you look at how we came, I think South Africa had a really...
an option, leave him like a choice. Yes, I'm a nice person, but you crossed the line too many times. Life happens. They said I changed a lot. I said a lot changed me. When trust is broken,